All right, in this next video, I'm going to go over transformation tools with you. So what I decided was that I was going to take Godzilla and I was going to place him into my picture. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first get rid of the entire background. Now, using your selection tools, you can select the entire background and then delete it. So what I'm going to do is I personally think the best tool to use might be the magic wand tool. I don't think that the marquee tool would work well to select this area, right? It's very limited. I'm not sure if any of the lasso tools make sense. It would take forever. The lasso tool, the free drawing one, would be too inconsistent. And I feel like the polygonal and magnetic would just take forever to try and sit here and cut out. Okay. I could probably try using the quick selection tool. That also might be a good one to use. Let's see. Although if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that it does go over parts of the of Godzilla. So I'm not really quite sure if I would use that. I honestly think that the magic wand tool at a tolerance of 20, if I were going to click on the white area because it's all like a light color, you can see that just one click and now I have the entire background all selected without forgetting this area in here. So I'm going to zoom in, okay? I'm going to hold the shift key down to select this space right in here so I don't forget about that. Okay. Now I selected the whole area. I'm going to delete that area. Okay. One thing you can do, so when I go to bring Godzilla into my class example, I could really crop the area to get rid of any extra space that's unnecessary, right? I don't need any of this space here in this picture. I really just want Godzilla. So I'm going to crop it right up to the edge. Okay. And now what I can do, there are two things actually. I can select all by doing Control A or Command A. I can do copy, Command C or Control C, and then go to my image and do paste, Control or Command B. And now I have Godzilla in my picture. Now you can see I really actually didn't do that great of a job cutting out the bottom part, so I might go back in and kind of clean that up a little bit. The other way that you can do this is by kind of dragging your image down like this, right? So now I've got Godzilla here, and I could actually use my move tool to just drag him into the picture as well. Right? So there's many different ways to go about this, right? So I might actually try to clean this up more. And for those of you that really know how to mask an object, you know, you might say, well, Miss Dalble, I really wouldn't have just cut all this out without masking it first, right? And that's great. You're absolutely right. I just have not gone over masks yet, all right, because it is a little bit harder to understand. So if you can understand this first, that would be wonderful. All right, so I might go in and kind of clean that up a little bit more, but because it's all about precision when it comes to editing. So you can see now in my layer bar, I have a layer called, I'm going to call this Godzilla. Okay, so I know that's him. Now, he's really big. I need to make him a lot smaller. I want to make him actually look like, he's like on top of one of the buildings. Although he probably would be this big in New York City, but I'm not. I want to transform him a little bit. So your transformation tools, really quick and easy transformation would be Command or Control T. And what that would do is select the entire object. Now, in the older version of Photoshop, which I have, holding the Shift key down will allow you to lock the object in place and keep it in proportion. If you have the new version, which if you got it through the school, you don't have to hold the Shift key down. It'll probably keep it in proportion. But with me, the older version, not holding the shift key down will keep it not locked in proportion, so I can actually distort the object a little bit if I wanted to. But you never want to distort objects, right? So that's not even an option. You can also roll your mouse over the corner of the image and rotate the object, right? You can also customize your transformation further by going up to Edit, Transform, and then you have Scale, Rotate, Skew, Distort, Perspective, Warp, Rotate 180, 90, Flip vertically or horizontally. So Control T or Command T will automatically scale or rotate, but it will not skew, distort, perspect, or warp. So if you go to Skew, you may not skew an object so abruptly like this. You might just make a subtle adjustment to it so that it looks more like it fits in the image better. And in fact, all of these transformations. In Distort, you can pull from any of your corners or even your center points to skew or adjust. Perspective almost puts it like the Star Wars introduction, you know, where things are really far away, are smaller, and things that are up close are really big. But you can go in any direction with the perspective, right? Again, you might not warp it so exaggerated in such an exaggerated way. You might just need to warp it slightly so it looks like Godzilla is more on an angle versus straightforward, right? Warp. I use warp a lot, especially when I'm editing photos. You can pull from any point within this square and pull and adjust it ever so slightly. It even has anchor bars that come down. These are called anchor bars with points to adjust the outside edge of this transformation. Once you're finished transforming your object, you can hit return or enter and it will place that transformation on your object. All right. But I'm going to do Control Z to go backwards and start from fresh again. So I'm going to do Control T. On mine, since I have an older version of Photoshop, I'm going to hold the Shift key down, lock it in place, and I'm going to shrink him down so that he's more to size with the area that I'm working with, right? And then if I wanted to transform it further, whether I rotate it slightly or warp it, I can do that as well under Edit, Transform. All right. Once I have the object in place, I hit Enter, and then it's in place, locked, and complete. All right, that's it for this video. My next video, I'll share some other tools with you.